Hello and welcome to Yesudian Yoga Week 11. We're going to start with normal breathing, full yogi breathing as always. We're going to inhale on a count of 8. We're going to hold for a count of 8 and we're going to exhale on a count of 8. We're going to do that 7 times in a row. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now take some time to breathe. Normal rhythm for you. It's deep in and out, sitting as straight as is comfortable, shoulders relaxed, loose. I find doing that kind of breathing is very helpful if you want to calm down, if you're lying in bed and can't fall asleep because you're jumpy, you're nervous, you're worried about something. It gets you focused now on your breathing, on the internal systems. It helps your mind from thinking of the things that are causing you to worry, but it also relaxes your nerves and it helps you to fall asleep. Next, we're going to do Ujjayi breathing, which does pretty well the opposite. It excites, it stimulates. And so we're going to same full yogi inhale, hold for 8, and then we're just going to exhale. And on the exhale, we're going to do a loud sound. So you have to constrict the tongue against the teeth to allow yourself to make that sound, a small gap through which the air is pushed. And to push, you're going to have to use some compression of the stomach and the diaphragm, but do not squeeze in the neck. Keep the neck nice and open. The pressure is down here. And we do that a total of 3 times. So we just take a normal inhale, normal exhale. I'm going to inhale on 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Rest. Normal inhale. exhale. And inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. Rest. Take a normal inhale. Normal exhale. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale. And breathe normally. Next one is Hob breathing while lying on our backs. We're going to inhale, stretch arms and legs in opposite directions. And then quickly squeeze your knees in, wrap your arms around them, press out all of the air, and in doing so, we're going to make the vocalization ha. So lie down, then inhale, reach your arms overhead. And again, inhale. Inhale. And that is that. Obviously you want to do that sort of thing on a relatively empty stomach. You can have a light breakfast or a light meal. It's not going to be a problem. But if you just had a huge steak dinner, then pass on that one until later. Next one is Simhasana. We did this last week. We're going to press the tongue against the roof of the mouth on the inhale. Like really press it as far back and as high up as you can do, so you're pushing it against the hard palate. And then on the exhale, we're going to stick our tongue out, open our mouth wide like a lion that's yawning. No, it's not the most attractive of poses, but that's okay. As the book describes in the Occident, we don't exercise our tongue, we don't exercise our mouth, we don't exercise the inside of our mouth nearly enough. When we go to the doctor, we say, ah, and that's about as far as we get. And there is tightness, there is stress that builds up, but there's also a loss of muscle tone, a loss of muscle tension. And that, again, with age becomes more of a problem. There are many reasons for it, but often you hear a slurring of speech, you hear lack of ability to clearly enunciate, and doing this sort of an exercise can help in reducing the onset of that sort of thing. So with the inhale, press your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Exhale. And repeat. And now breathe normally, close your mouth, re-moisten the inside. What you might have found, especially if there's something that you haven't done before, that while you're doing this, your mouth dries out. By round 3 or 4, it's rapidly drying out and it starts to feel uncomfortable. But then you keep on going. And suddenly moisture starts to build around the bottom lip, and then it gets spread around by the motion of the inside of the mouth. You're activating your spit glands, other things of our body that don't get a lot of exercise, that aren't used in the way that they were historically, let's say, you know, now that we eat whenever we want, not just when we're hungry, we don't chew enough, we don't really use all of the parts of our body like they were, let's say, intended to be used. This, again, helps with bringing back some natural condition to those parts of our body that we take for granted often. We want to do that a total of 3 rounds. Each of them is 10 inhale and exhales long. So let's get ready with an exhale to start the next one. An inhale. And again, moisturize the inside of your mouth. I'm purposefully wearing my indoor glasses for 2 reasons. 1, so I can really read what it says down here without having to squint, and 2, so I can't see myself do this, because I'm sure it's not a very pretty sight. Whatever, that's not always the point of life, is to be pretty. So we're doing this for our own good, let's just say. 1 more round of 10. Lick your lips, get ready. Take a normal inhale, normal exhale, and then press your tongue firmly against the roof of your mouth for the inhale. I'll let you finish that off. I'll be right back. So let's finish that off. I think we were at number 7. Inhale. And breathe normally. Next is Ardha-salabhasana, or half locust. This is a lot like locust, except easier. We're just doing one side at a time. And we're going to do 3 times each side. We're going to alternate sides. So lie on your stomach. Put your hands underneath your thighs. Chin resting on the ground, shoulders on the ground. With an inhale, lift your right leg as high as you can. Take 3 breaths here. On your exhale, put it down. Repeat the left side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right side, inhale up. Think of lifting with the inseam so that you don't turn the leg to the side. You want to be lifting using the back muscles of the leg, not just the side muscles. Exhale down. Left side, inhale up. Exhale down, right side, inhale up. Exhale down and left side, inhale up. Exhale down. Rest here for a moment if you like, or slide to child's pose. The next exercise is we're coming to standing and we're doing Uddiyana Banda. This is that one that I tried to explain a few times before and said there might be good YouTube descriptions and maybe better videos on how to do this, but essentially you are inhaling as much as you can, exhaling as deeply as you possibly can, and then keeping yourself on empty. So no inhale, you release all the muscles here, your stomach comes forward, but what you really notice is what's called Uddiyana Banda, or upward flying lock, is that this actually gets sucked in and up into the whole diaphragm just goes up, because you are empty of air, and then you've released and you've expanded your chest, so everything comes up and in. Kind of an odd feeling, and it takes lots of practice. Again, this is only, I think, our 2nd or 3rd time doing this. So if it's not yet working for you, then do go on YouTube and see if you can find some other videos on how to do this. So we're going to take a normal inhale, normal exhale, and a very deep inhale. And after we exhale fully, I can't talk because I won't have any air, but then you just relax and let Uddiyana Banda take shape. And then release by taking an inhale. Try hard not to, just suck in with an explosive force, a lot of air. Release the hold and let the air come in. And a normal inhale again. And exhale, and then Uddiyana Banda. The most common problem here is not exhaling enough. So you don't actually exhale enough so that when you inhale, you create that vacuum that is required to lift everything up. And what are you doing when you do this? You're massaging the organs of the stomach region. You're stretching the diaphragm. You're letting it get a nice release. it's very hard to stretch this very large, powerful muscle, and it can also cramp and be sore and get out of tone. So we want to stretch it. This is stretching it. Inhale. Exhale as deep as you can. And then Uddiyana Banda. And release with a gentle inhale. If you get lightheaded doing any breathing exercises, just hit pause and take a rest. Next is Dhanurasana or bridge pose. Feel free to do this one-sided or two-sided. I'll demonstrate the one-sided first. So for the one-sided, I stretch my left arm and my left leg, and I roll over into my side so I can grab the right ankle. Roll back onto my belly, and then head looking down, I lift everything up, trying to push that heel to the ceiling, stretching the arm back. Try not to let the knee drift out to the side. You want your thighs to remain as parallel as they can. Watch out for stress in the knee if there is any release. Now right hand comes to the front, left one goes back, holds onto the left ankle, and we repeat on this side. So your upper body is doing a cobra, your lower body is trying to push that heel up towards the ceiling. If possible, the thigh is no longer on the floor. Hard to tell on video, but my thigh is not on the floor. And then release. Feel free to take a break if you like. I'll demonstrate the double version. Let you reach back, grab one foot, reach back, grab the other foot. To do that, you may need to separate your knees, but then bring your knees back together and lift everything off the ground. So here I'm resting from basically the pubic bone to the ribs. Everything else is off the ground. And release. Bring the chin to the floor, release the feet. Rest, maybe roll the hips side to side. Check for lower back twinges. If there are any, go back to doing one-sided. And obviously continue doing one side if you prefer. And then, because the last time I started grabbing the right foot, I'm now going to grab the left foot first, reach around, grab the right foot, which is a little bit harder for me, bring my knees back together, and then inhale, come up. I find it easier not to point my toes up into the air, but to flex my feet. Easier to hang on to them and less stress on my knees. Lift it a little higher if you can, and release. Roll the hips side to side. Push up to table. Come to child's pose if you like. Rest there. I'm going to move on to Halasana or Plow Pose. For this, again, I do the lazy plow, where my torso is not vertical. I just kick my legs overhead, hold onto my lower back, and let my feet sag down. My back rounds so that my shoulders are almost fully on the floor. So not just the top edge near my neck, as in typical plow pose or the classical version, but in this lazy version, the whole upper part of the back is on the ground. I'm supporting myself with my hands. I can also reach over, grab my toes, and hang out like this. I'm a little bit higher on my shoulders, but because my arms are overhead, I'm also resting on a larger part of my shoulders, and there's not that much pressure on the back of my neck. As always, in any pose where you're putting any kind of tension on your neck, keep looking up, don't turn your head side to side. And to come out, release, hands to the floor, bring the hips down, bring the feet down, legs as straight as you can, nice and slow. Rest for a moment. Here you can roll your head side to side. When you're in the pose, though, please keep sure that you're looking straight up towards the ceiling. Let me do it again. Kick the feet overhead. And hang out and plow. And as you stay here for longer, you'll notice your feet come closer to the ground. Right now, the backs of my hands are on the floor, and my fingers are wrapping around my toes. And if my fingers weren't in the way, my toes would be on the ground. My legs are not completely straight, but that's okay. This is a very relaxing pose for many people, for some people, because it's a very tight pose. Breathing is not that easy. It causes feelings of claustrophobia. If that's the case for you, then please adjust or do some other pose like legs up the wall instead. Now I'm trying to straighten my legs out, get a little bit more stretch in my hamstrings in this pose. And I'm going to release again, so hands come to my back and then to the floor. Hips come down to the ground. Slow and controlled, legs come down to the floor. And take a rest. Roll the head gently side to side if you want. And then the third and last time, use your hands to help push your hips up. Then either stay there with your legs or your feet hanging in the air or reach up. Here I've come to straight legs immediately, and I'm holding now the outside edge of my feet so that my toes are on the floor, straightening my legs. Watch out for your lower back if you try to straighten your legs. If you feel tension, then bend your knees. And if you're only feeling stretch in the back of your knees or in your calves in this pose, then again, bend your knees. And then I release, hands come to my hips, till my feet come off the floor, then my hands go to the floor, hold myself as best as I can to bring my hips down. Try not to let my head or my shoulders come off the ground as I do so. And then extend the legs as straight as possible till they come down to the floor. Rest. If you like, roll your head side to side. So after that comes meditation for 10 minutes. Oh, there's a coin in my pocket. It fell out. 10 euro cents. It's gone through many washes and apparently a trip to Europe too. So 10 minutes meditation and then 10 minutes Savasana or corpse pose. Thank you very much. We'll see you next Sunday for week 12. Namaste.